haven't ridden one of those boards, so he let me borrow it. When you get it good, not a drop of water is out of place. And you take off, easy, pull in, get a barrel, come out, do a couple snaps. Try it out. Yeah, it's just having fun and trying to get as many waves as possible.
The closest thing to surfing outside of the ocean yet.
Time will tell on you. You were Jezebel, what a controversy. How long shall the wicked reign over my people?
Welcome back to the boardroom. The Surfboard International Surf Expo, you can see the scene there really starting to settle down. It's been a weekend of legends and just a fantastic event. Get down here in 213 if you're around. In the meantime, we've got a couple more special guests. We'll call it a day. Dave Stanfield, Todd Klein, our next guest, Mark Cruikshank from crookblanks.com. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks. Good to be here.
Good to be here. And this piece of wood here in front of me looks like a piece of art. Tell us what we're looking at.
So this is the blanks that I manufacture. It's very similar to the way a foam blank would come. It's got the rocker built in, and it's designed or kind of, to work the way foam would work for a shaper. So the idea is that a professional shaper would shape this the same way and approach it the same way they approach foam.
And what is used to cut that?
Same tools.
Just a planer.
I mean, I use to make this, I use a router and to get the rocker built into it. But as a shaper, they would just use their electric planer and their standard hand tools to clean things up. The Polonia is very soft, so it kind of works a little harder than foam, but it's pretty consistent and does the job.
And you've got one of the final products over there?
Yeah, that's one of the ones we finished probably about a year ago now. They're really good for wear. The decks that we put on are a 1/4 inch thick Polonia for the most part, and they just hold up to any kind of pressure dents or heel dents. So that board's been surfed, I don't know, like 30 times or whatever, and there's not a heel dent on it.
No, not at all.
It looks brand new, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we just scraped the wax off before the show started.
Well, they're beautiful. It's not something I feel I would want to ride. It seems like it's got to be extremely expensive because it's a piece of art. What does something like that cost?
For retail, it's really up to the shaper. I sell blanks, so my blanks start at $500.
Okay.
For like a 6 foot and under, and it's like $100 per foot because the price of lumber is, it gets expensive as you get longer.
And
so
you're familiar with a lot of the final products, and as you said, it ranges from the shapers.
The shapers.
What's
so
general retail?
That one right there for retail would be about $1,700.
Wow.
Have you ever been to Marblehead, Massachusetts?
Have I been there?
Yeah.
I live there.
I know that.
Yeah.
Tell me about your inspiration. What drove you to this?
So I've built a lot of wood boards before, kind of out of the kit way, where I was shaping them and assembling them. And it really, I wasn't getting the final product I wanted. I wasn't getting the shape board professionally done. And so I really kind of went through the process, and I went through a few iterations to get to this product where I built a blank that a professional shaper can take and shape the same way in the same process he does foam, so the quality is the same.
Okay, so the difference between what you offer and not putting down, but just the difference between this and another wood board.
So the difference is the way the grain of the wood is run. So I'm running the stringers from nose to tail. So when as a shaper, they run their planer from nose to tail, and to get the foil and to do all their cuts for the rails and everything. So this is designed so they can approach it the same way they approach foam.
I walk into the shop and I go, well, why should I do this? Shouldn't I do foam? What's the difference? What's the advantage from this over foam?
Sustainability is the biggest thing that this provides. Paulownia trees that I use for lumber, they can be planted to harvest in about 7 years, and then you can chop the tree down and 10 more trees will grow out of the same stump. So as from a sustainability standpoint, it's amazing. And the other part of the sustainability is that they last forever. I mean, there's no delams, there's no pressure dents on them, so they just kind of hold up to anything.
Money grows on trees is true for you.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, no, and I mean, you said that board's been ridden 30 times, and literally it looks absolutely brand new,
Yeah.
and you could resell that thing for the same price you bought it for, probably, Dave.
Beautiful. What's next? I know you're a designer and you're always looking one step ahead. Bigger trees, stronger trees?
Yeah, hopefully maybe we could find lighter trees, right? That's the other piece we're missing. But what's next for me is I deliver a product like this, and it requires a shaper to kind of do a shape like this, and then it gets decked, and then they have to finish it up. So what I'm going to next is where I take electronic file from somebody, and I can get it dialed in and pre-deck it for them. So the shaper is the time that they spend working on the board is really cut down, and they can just kind of clean up the deck, cut the outline and do their rails. And so the time to market for them, it can be a lot faster. So they won't be spending a few hours. They'll be spending like their typical 1 to 2 hours on a board, and they'll have it out there in the market.
Who gave you the nickname?
Crooked.
What?
Oh.
Is it crooked or?
Crooked, yeah.
Oh, it's Crooked, okay.
Yeah, so my last name is Crookshank. It's pronounced like Crooked or Crookshank. So yeah, I kind of like got the name. I was working in a bike shop, and there was like the running joke, everything came in crooked. So I don't know, it just stuck.
So crookedblanks.com.
Yes.
Crookedblanks.com. Well, Mark Crookshank, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks
Beautiful
for having me, guys.
wood. I would love to have one of those boards, but well out of my ballpark. Crumbs off the loaf for someone like Dave here. But great to have you on the set. Best of luck to you. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Hope to see you in 213. And speaking of which, we're going to find out in just a moment a little bit about Scott Bass, the man who put this vision together, actually brought all these special people together here at this year's event, the Boardroom. More live action coming from Del Mar.
Time will tell on you. You were Jezebel, what a controversy.